But my business face.
Looks the same.
It looks the same. Oh, well, whatever.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hi.
Look, you showed up.
Hey, Sheldon.
Oh, I had trouble.
Oh,
Forgot how to sign in.
oh dear.
I realized there's an ID, right?
Yeah.
So you know the last person that has to pay for the coffee after.
Oh, right. Okay, just send me the bill.
Okay.
Check's in the mail.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, Rick.
And how to pass the buck.
What's that?
That's how to pass the buck.
That's right. Pass the buck. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, welcome, guys. Just want to say glad to see you all again. And we're is Claudine joining you, Sheldon, or?
Well, she said she's not feeling too hot right now.
Okay.
So she's just laying out.
Say hi.
Say hi.
I will.
Good.
Yeah, and they'll come and harass her in a couple of days.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So she better get better.
Yeah. I've got a different screen on here for some reason, but I'll try and figure it out.
Can you see us? Okay.
Eventually, once I get what happened, there was a delayed reaction to this one Zoom.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I opened it up off the computer finally, and I guess now it's wanting to open up.
Okay. Well,
That's all right.
you'll get it. It'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. I'll just
Right on.
bear with it for a bit.
All right. So we're gonna get started then. So welcome everybody. We got people. Well, it's a couple of us in BC, and I guess it's about half and half.
About
eh?
half and half tonight.
Yeah, half BCers and the other half are
Alberta.
Albertans. So place your bets.
We're colder.
Whatever that means. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna do one line. At least you tell me to focus.
Focus.
Focus. Okay, what was the title? I didn't even write my title at the right spot. What was the title going to be? Oh yeah. Okay. I wrote the title of the message tonight halfway down my page. So
So what's the title?
if I can do this, you can do this. Okay. Once the hype is over, then what? That's the title. Once the hype is over, then what? And I was thinking about this because I'm a pretty mellow person, like 90% of the time. But then there's that 10% where I can get really excited and hyper and motivated about something.
Only 10%?
You maybe just
Sorry.
10%.
So thing is, it's cool when you're on that mojo, all excited about stuff, and you can conquer the world in that moment, and then but at some point it starts to just fade away, right? And then then what do we do? Because I know I tend to, I think we can tend to kind of want to accomplish our visions and our dreams in our hype mode, but we can only do that so long, and we start petering out. So then that's where we need to know what are our grounded basic things that we know we have and that we do just on a regular day-to-day basis. That because it's not the hype times that really grow our future or our success or our business or our life. It's actually the day-to-day stuff that makes us get to where we want to go, right? So and that for me is huge, because I can get a little wound up at times if I really like something. So but then it's completing it, which is an ongoing thing, right? So yeah, so that's why I thought we'd call it that. Once the hype is over, now what? When the Dursa battery dies. I know you had a few cool quotes in the beginning. She has a few good one-liners.
Well, I don't know if they're one-liners, but
Oh yeah, Cal, they're good one-liners.
but just kind of talking about just like our focus, like Randy was saying, our focus. And a lot of times we can get caught up and use a lot of our energy and our and our brain space dealing with issues, things that are in front of us, whether it's business, whether it's family, you know, financial stuff, whatever. We can get really caught up in dealing with problems. And so I actually read something today, and I thought it was actually quite an interesting perspective. And that actually focusing on problems keeps you in the past. And it's hard to build the future when you're always fixing the past. Problem solving centers on something that already happened. And I was like, that's really interesting, right? Because we do need to deal with stuff, but I think sometimes we can almost be in like maintenance mode and just dealing with what's coming up, the problems that are coming up. And so it says actually work to create something new rather than just focusing on fixing something. And so, yeah,
That's
so
cool.
it's not about, ignoring stuff, but I know it's easy to do that. I know we've been in that place where you're just, all your energy, all your thinking is just focusing on dealing with fixing problems. But really that keeps you focused on the past. And you can't move forward if you're just always looking behind you and dealing with what's behind you.
She spends a lot of time trying to fix me.
Do I? No. I'm like, no, I don't. No.
Okay. Jury's out. But yeah, that's really cool. When she read that to me this morning, I thought, you know what, that's so true though, eh? Like, don't we do that sometimes? And then we gotta always keep the balance of, we gotta know we gotta work,
We have to deal
get
with,
rid of and deal with
stuff.
But the main thing, what's really gonna get rid of our stuff that we want to get rid of is doing what we need to be doing in the present and the future. And that's what's gonna get us out of the past stuff anyways. So I thought that was really cool. You know, when she said that, we got stuff we got to deal with, but you know what? It's the vision and the purpose and the drive we have for the future. That's what's going to keep us moving forward anyways. So and pull us out of those ruts, right? So I thought it was really cool. So then, you know, another thing I wrote down to go with that is, you know, then let's focus on things, you know, individually, you know, things that matter. You know, think about the things that actually matter to us the most in life, and actually value it. And sometimes we actually need to sit back and say, you know what really matters to me in this world? What matters in this life? Like even for us, we want to build an empire, as you might want to say, but you know, it's not about the wealth. You know, I don't care how much money I have or don't have, you know, but I do want to be successful in any area of life that I enjoy. I just want to be successful in it, right? And I'm sure you guys have the same things. You know, we all like different things. So like example is Lisa likes going for walks. I don't. So you know, her going for her walks, you know, wants to enjoy the full experience, right? Well, that in itself is being successful in life, you know. So it's the whole picture, you know. It's the financial part, it's the family part, it's our home life part, it's our business part, all of it together. And so it's in that, what do we actually like to do, and make a point of knowing. It's good to know those things, and what we naturally have fun doing is also tied to some of that stuff. And
well, one of the things we talked about was, and actually we kind of encourage you, like I actually want to take some time to do this as well, is to sit down with a pen and a paper and make a list of the activities, the things that you do day in and day out. Like kind of just list them all. This, you know, some of them are responsibilities, but just different things that you do. And then take a highlighter and actually highlight the things that you actually enjoy doing. Because there's a lot of things we do that we don't necessarily enjoy, and actually highlight the things you enjoy, because those will be connected to your passions and actually kind of who you are, and actually will help you to actually be more successful, because as you do things that are actually a part of who you are, that actually helps you come alive and that gives you purpose and focus. And so yeah, so as you're highlighting those things, then make a conscious effort to do more of those things. Because life can just kind of get busy and gobble up your time, right?
Yeah.
And just to realize that there are things we enjoy that are connected to who we are.
So something that I value and cherish a lot is when I get up in the morning and have a good, strong cup of coffee. And that to me is living the life. Now, I got a surprise. I got something to share with you. I've been addicted to coffee pretty much my whole life. Since I've been an adult, that is. And I've tried to give it up over and over again. I used to have to stop drinking because it actually made me sick, and I'd still drink it. That's how much I wanted it. So anyways, I haven't had a cup of coffee for a week now. And I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
So,
you gave it up for Lent.
Wow.
I know, 7 days.
I don't even know how it happened, but it's
You just
working.
made the decision.
I know.
Because the key, you said before, you've tried.
Yes, I tried.
You didn't actually make the decision. This time you said, I'm giving it up for Lent.
Well, you know what the reality is, I figured I'm getting older, and I don't have too many options of keep trying. So I figured, you know, if I want to be my best, and that's part of finding on what matters most, right? I really do want to stay healthy. As I get older, I'm starting, you know, you get more serious about it, and I really do want to get my health back, stay healthy. And what can I do to even make that even better? I know for me, you know, it's not for everybody, but for me, giving up coffee would be a good thing because it does have negative effects on my health. So, you know, that's another thing, that simple things like that. What matters to you? You know, your life matters to you. Your health matters to you, right? And make a point of reminding yourself, like say to yourself in the mirror, I'm important. I'm needed on this planet. So I need to take care of, you know, moi, so I can take care of the others around me, you know, and we need to make a point of that sometimes. So you guys matter a lot, you know. And then secondly, what she already said, do what you enjoy. Do something that you enjoy. You know, it's so important. So I want to go to our next thing I wrote down. You know, it talks about, you know, you always hear that word transformation, right? You know, just like the Transformers movie. You know, they can transform into something completely different. Well, how does that happen? You know, anybody have an idea? Give me some examples of what's the definition of transformation? What does anybody think that means to them?
Changing your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Putting new information in.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're right on the money, because I wrote down.
Experience and conversation does that.
Yeah. I actually wrote down, it's by the renewing of the mind. So you're right on
Changing your mind.
Yeah. So you get the free coffee sticker.
And it's in the mail.
It's in the mail. Yeah. So one way. So to renew the mind, how do you renew the mind? So I'm going to tell you a story of how this works. I've renovated houses in the past. So I was thinking about, okay, to renew the mind, first you got to get rid of the clutter, right? So there is some effort in the beginning. You just can't start putting in new stuff. When I go to renovate a house, I actually got to gut it. I got to rip everything out, everything I don't like, everything's ugly. I got to toss it, rip it out, haul the garbage. You know, it's a lot of sweat work, really, grunt work. And so we actually got to take a mental, inventory. There you go. Inventory of, hey, what in my life and what's in my head that I actually don't want anymore? What can I declutter? And just get rid of it, you know? And then you can start putting in stuff. Well, like we said, what matters to you the most? You know, start investing in those things. Start investing in things that make you happy. You know, find things that you enjoy. And so as just like a house, you know, I got to rip out the old kitchen first, and then I start putting in the new kitchen, start putting in new floors. And, you know, it's a process, right? And so when you look at it that way, you know, just being transformed, it, you know, I wish it would be like a snap and it was done just like on the movies. Ka-da-da! But the reality is, you know, you actually got to, it's a process. So, and that's okay. And you know what, renovating a house, that house goes through a painful process. When I'm tearing things out of it, it's creaking and it's groaning, you know, and it's the same thing with us. When we start pulling some things out of our life that aren't so pretty, you know, we are going to go through a little groaning and creaking as well. But that's okay. It's actually okay. It's an okay process. You know, people, I really want to emphasize this part. When you go through transformation, when you're moving forward, there is this place where there's going to be a little bit of pain and transition, but that's actually part of the journey. And so it's okay to accept it and just let it happen. And even if you're feeling like, man, I'm feeling terrible, what have I done? But that's actually okay, and just allow it to happen, because it will end. And then you'll start seeing the new stuff start opening up, you know, and you'll have a clearer. And some of that is just getting that fog out of your way, right? And get a blinder so you can see better and see clearer of where you really want to go.
Can I have something to that?
Yeah, go for it. I was pretty much done.
Yeah, no, I was actually listening to something. Oh, first I want to say, for those of you who don't access the Success on Demand in your back office, in the training, oh my goodness, there is a wealth of resources. So if you go in your back office, on the top bar, there's training. You do Success on Demand. And then in there, every month, there's a different focus. This month, it's on well-being, which is really good. There's video, audio, there's a book recommendation. And then if you click on the video, the featured video, when that video comes up on the top bar, there's something, one of them that's called Success 101. And I just discovered that today. Super cool. There's like different really short little audios and videos that they go through. There's different modules, and it's all about personal development, because that's huge. Personal development affects every area. It's about building that integrity, that character, and those personal skills. So it's huge. So please go and explore. There's lots of good stuff in there. And actually something that I listened to today that I discovered in there was actually from a gentleman, Andy Core. He's a motivational speaker and he does other things. And he was talking about this really successful businessman, J.B. Hunt. And he has J.B. Hunt Transport. And apparently it's like a $5 billion a year company they do. And J.B. Hunt only went to grade 7. And yet he has this business. And so Andy Core, like, because he works, you know, with motivation stuff, but he, you know, talks to a lot of different business people. And he went and wanted to find out, you know, what makes people successful, what are kind of their tips, their tricks, you know. And so he was talking with J.B. Hunt, and he said to him, what do you do for your staff, and, you know, when they get overwhelmed and stuff? And J.B. Hunt said, come over here. And he said, rub my shoulders. So Andy goes and rubs his shoulders. And so J.B. Hunt is like, what do you feel? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know what I feel. And he said, what you don't feel is the tension and the stress. And so he said to him, what he has done, what has made him successful, and what he teaches to his staff is, am I focused on things that are out of my control? Is my focus and attention on things that I have no control over? And so how he has maintained not being stressed and overwhelmed, you know, by stuff is, he said to him, I don't worry about things that I have no control over. And so that's again about the mindset shift, right? Because we think something's going on. Oh, I need to be thinking about it. I need to try to figure it out. I need, you know, or this person and that person, and why can't they change? Blah, blah, blah. You know, those are things there are things in life we literally have no control over. And yet how many of us spend so much emotional and physical energy trying to figure it out or change it? And so just that one thing, I do not worry about things that I have no control over. That was huge. that's going to be a huge mind shift.
Yeah.
Right? That release.
So let's be vulnerable here. So what's one thing that we tend to worry about a lot? I'll start.
I was going to say, I'll start.
Oh, you start? Okay. So
Kids.
Oh, you worry about
My
kids?
kids.
Okay, yeah. I don't worry about them. I just want to beat them up. So,
This is on record.
oh, it's on record. Sorry.
He doesn't
I
really.
don't really beat that.
Really.
Not really.
No, but the kids, right? And,
Okay.
and about them having
Okay.
a good future.
Kids. One thing I worry about is finances. I'm a guy. I want to be a provider. I do worry about that. So that's one thing I have to. I've learned. I'm learning, still learning, but learning big time to just.
So can you control that?
Give that up. I can't control it. I can decide. You know what? I can't change the past. I
Right,
can't
no.
change the.
And we already learned about that.
And,
doesn't help.
and it's not even healthy to think about the future too much if it's a problem. It's what can I do
Yeah.
today? And if I can't do anything about it today, then I just release it.
Yeah.
I let
Yeah.
it go, and I says, you know what? We'll work at the things. What can I work at today? But but it's just not healthy to worry. And that's kind of it's been a bit of in our past. My parents were kind of like worry warts too. So you kind of grow up with that. So I've had to learn to
Unlearn that.
unlearn it. Like I've literally had to focus on catching myself. And worrying literally is you're just thinking too much about something.
Yeah.
So I would catch myself and I said, oh, Randy, and I'd literally say, stop it.
Mhm.
Like I'd say, stop
Talk to
it,
yourself.
stop it, stop it.
Yeah.
And I'd do that until it got to the point where I actually was stopping.
Yeah.
So who else?
I just want to say, like, because with the kids though, because we have adult kids, that's actually out of my control.
Yes,
right?
it is.
So to realize that I can't change anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
So to take that.
Yeah. So who wants to admit a worry word problem?
Julie.
I'd say worry for me
Yeah.
is obviously my family, my children, and paying the bills every month.
Yeah.
They say that worry actually is negative goal setting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It actually brings on disease.
Yeah, and it does. It does. It actually makes you physically sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so who's next?
Fortunately, most of us on this Zoom are in that in-between stage where we've got parents and children.
That's right.
So we've got parents that have health issues and children that have health issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's exhausting if you worry all the time.
Exactly. And so to learn what is it that I actually have control over, and the other
Yeah.
stuff I have to not be consumed with it.
Yeah. And it's not easy, but it's something we got to work at
Mhm.
because for us to stay healthy, you know.
Yeah.
So who's next?
Or it doesn't.
So one of the things that I have learned in the last week or so is perfectionism.
Wow.
And I am terrible at being a perfectionist. And it was revealed, God sort of revealed to me that if I am worrying about things being perfect or I didn't do something the way it should have been done, then I am focusing on me rather than on him.
Mm.
Okay.
And that was a very big switch,
Wow.
mind change,
Yeah.
aha moment.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Right
Wow.
on.
Thanks, Beth. No, that's
So
awesome.
Sheldon.
What about you, friend?
I think with me, it's getting the pieces to the puzzle all figured out. I realize I do a lot of multitasking, and I can wipe myself out.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so lately I've been focusing on, okay, I'm going to just switch and I'm going to pray in tongues for a while, and there's going to be a solution come. I'm going to see a solution, and then it just helps me just to let go.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's what I'm doing.
Well, there's that old phrase, let go and let God, right? Like there's things,
Yeah.
and those are the things that are controlled. We have to just let them go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing I'm doing is just releasing everything in the day.
Yeah.
Releasing it, and I just ask Holy Spirit to just fill me more. And then I was reminded while you guys were speaking, oh yeah, my body feels kind of weary, so I released that too.
Yeah.
And I call in refreshment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I would find a tendency to be weak at is wanting to get a lot done.
Oh yeah.
Which is
all these things.
Yeah, which is kind of connected to what Bev was saying, right? Like we have this, we may not know it's perfectionism, but it kind of is, where we have pressure to get so much done, right? And just to be able to release, I did my best today, and then you need to release it tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we're going to continue, because obviously our 15-20 minute mark is just a dud.
Okay.
It's never gonna, we're never gonna make it. So, but I hope you guys are enjoying hanging out with us. So we're gonna start winding it down. I promise you. You know, hey, you check out this beard I'm growing, anyways.
We noticed.
We're winding it down, but let's talk about my beard.
Nobody.
Okay, focus.
Okay. So you guys know that the Super Saturday's coming up this Saturday.
The one in Vernon.
Vernon. So that Cal and Linda and Jake and them are putting on. So they went to a lot of work to do this for the people in Vernon, and I think, and they're zooming it, and it's being zoomed too.
Yeah.
So it'll be really cool. It'll be good to get some good information. I know they got some good speakers happening, and I'll probably end up zooming in as well. And I was asked to talk about a bit of my business idea. It's not really my idea, but it's something that I expounded on. And I'm just going to flash it because I want you to check it out on Saturday. I'm going to be talking about this. Now, what's awesome about that is I got this huge aha moment today, didn't I, Linda? And then so I told Linda about it, I told Linda a little bit about it, but I got a huge aha.
That you're going to share on Saturday.
That I'm going to share on Saturday, and it's different than what I actually used to talk about this on this 4x4. But it's huge. It's going to set so many people. They're going to say, "Oh my gosh, Randy, you are incredible!" Because I'm going to shift your paradigm. You're going to see something so clear, and it's going to just make so much sense. And you're just going to go with boldness and clarity and confidence. It was just I don't know why I didn't get it before, but that's
okay. You're going to share it on Saturday.
Okay, I'm going to share it on Saturday. And so I'm just going to, and this is what I'm calling this thing that just hit me. We're going to be talking about the 4x4, the business network marketing, but we're going to be talking about the elephant in the room, the MLM bomb. So more to come on Saturday, because that's all I'm saying about it. So it's good, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Like it's going to launch people forward. I'm not even joking. It's actually something that's going to just be a paradigm shift, and I know how to explain it with great clarity. So I'm hoping you guys are all going to be able to catch in on that Saturday morning. There's going to be some great teaching. I know Sheila Medina, I think, is on it, right, Cal?
Yep, Sheila Medina, the first diamond ever in Plexus.
Yeah, you know,
she's actually our upline diamond.
Yeah, she's like a pioneer in the business.
She's the first lady. Some people call her the first lady of Plexus.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that plug in for Saturday.
Well, I can't wait to hear your 4x4, Randy.
Yeah. So any other announcements? Anything?
No, I just think like hopefully there was something, even one thing from tonight that you could kind of take away from, whether it was actually realizing what things you actually enjoy, and focusing on doing more of those things, because that's who you are, right?
Yeah.
Or realizing if there's things you're worrying about that you have no control over.
Yeah.
It's time to let those things go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And transformation, it doesn't matter where we are in life, and it doesn't matter how young or how old we are, there's always going to be seasons of change. I think I'm old enough to be able to say that with quite confidence that there are seasons of change.
No, and that is part of growth, though.
But that
And we
is
never
part of life. It is part of life. So you know what? It's okay. It's good. It's a good thing, actually, because we actually continue to grow in our own life or walk. So, you know, be transformed, keep renewing your mind, do the things you enjoy, do the things that matter.
And
Why?
don't worry
because
about things you have no control over.
because each one of you matter.
Yeah.
We matter, you matter, and we can make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Perfect.
Don't worry, be happy. I like that song.
Also, Randy, at the end of the Super Saturday, about 11:30, Linda and myself have a huge announcement that's going to happen in Vernon in April, and you guys are going to be blown away when we announce what's going on. So
Awesome.
Cool.
stay tuned for that big announcement. It's going to be awesome.
Stay tuned.
Awesome.
Right on.
Cool.
Okay, guys. Well, we're going to kind of end it. You can chit chat, whatever you want to do with each other.
Well, we have to end it, though.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
end it.
Whatever.
What was that, Beth?
I wanted to thank you guys for doing the Zooms again because it helps to stay connected.
Good. Well, and we love
Right on.
connecting with
That's community.
We
Yeah, it's
do.
fun.
Thank you
Fun.
for the kick in the butt.
Yeah. Rick and Julie got the same colored shirts on. Matching.
Well, I suggested it because I needed the kick in the butt.
Well, thank you, Julie. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you guys are awesome.
Yes.
So
Have a great evening,
Yeah.
everybody, and we will connect, and maybe we'll be
Man.
zooming from different
Bless
locations.
you all.
yeah.
We might be zooming from different locations next time.
Yeah, and Sheldon, I want to talk to you later, okay?
Randy's going to call you.
Big trouble.
But you
Big trouble.
Anyway, okay. Love you guys. Have a
You're
great
gonna call
day.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll Zoom you, actually.
Great.
Okay, we'll see you.
Okay. Good night,
Okay, good night,
everybody.
Okay, you wanna Zoom me?
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.